Recording has started. So tonight we want to explain ternary operator.
Okay.
Now ternary operator is another way of writing
Okay.
if statements. In fact, these two, there are other ways of writing if statements. So let's look at the first one, ternary operator. So I'll first create a variable. Let a equals to 5. I can now say if a equals 5, I can say let b like this. So if a equals 5, b equals to, let's say, 10, else. You're welcome, sir. Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. So if I run this, what am I going to see?
I'm not with my laptop.
Okay, alright. So hello, ma.
Hello, sir.
Yes, ma'am. If I run this, what
I'm
am I?
listening, sir.
If I run this,
Yes,
what am
sir.
I going to see?
Oh, console log B, right? Okay. Console log B. No, you can't console log B here
Okay, why?
because B is not defined also. Yeah.
Okay, what about this?
Because yeah, it's let B, but the condition is if A is equals A is equals to 5. Okay. So okay, then console log B. So B will be 10 then.
Okay, B will be 10. Mr.
So
Gbadebo.
it will be 10.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Mr. Gbadebo, what do you think this will give us?
I've already said it to be 10.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
The answer to this will be 10. You are correct. You are both correct.
Huh?
Okay.
Yeah. So now, you see, ternary operator, you can say this is 10, right? So ternary operator is a shorter way of writing if statements. So let's try the same thing using ternary operator. I want to write the same thing, making use of ternary operator. So I'll say let a equals 5. I can now say let b equals to, if a equals to 5, then you put a question mark. If this condition is true, it will return whatever is after this question mark. Do you get it, man? If this condition is true, it will return whatever is after this question mark. Else, this colon stands for else. Else, it will return whatever is after this. So you can now say console log B. Mr. Gbadebo, do you get it, sir? Ibo ni noise ti ń bọ̀, ọba wo ló ń ka wọn?
It should be 10.
Someone is.
The background noise is not. It should be 10.
Aha. So this will be 10. Do you understand it now? If this condition is true, it will return 10. Else, it will return 20.
Okay.
Let's space it so that it will be more readable, like this.
Else. So return the other one.
Yeah. This is how simple this is. Do you see how simple this is?
Let's see. So that column is else. Shortcut for else.
Yeah, that column is short.
The question mark is if.
Yes, if.
If.
Yes.
Okay. And very short. So what's not the importance of the if itself if we have this one?
This, okay, you can do a lot of manipulations inside this if else. Inside this if than this ternary operator. You can manipulate
yeah,
this more to your taste.
yeah, that's what I can see. Because inside the if you can write so many conditions,
Aha,
you can write so many things.
yes, yes.
Uh, but what if you decide to write so many things in this before you put the column? Is there no you can't use comma or all those any whatever to
I
separate them?
just Ternary operator just for simple expressions. Simple expression. Of course, you can even still you can still
Okay.
do some other things, but then it will make it rough. I can say alert 6. It will alert 6. Yeah, it will alert if this condition is it will alert 6. And the value of b will now be undefined. You know you are not certain. But then it will make it rough. You see, it's alert 6. The value of b is undefined. But using writing too many things that makes standard operator rough. And standard operator is just for something short, something nice, pleasing to the eye. You know, it looks more pleasing to the eyes. So that is ternary. Let's now look at switch case. Do you have any question on ternary operator?
Um, Based on what just this one that I've seen, I've no question yet.
Okay. Okay, let me unmute Mr. Gwadeba. Okay, do you have Mr. Gwadeba? Do you have any question on ternary operator?
I know, we have covered this one.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. Let's look at switch case. Switch case. So what we are going to do is we can say I will create a variable. So let's first write it with if statement. Then we will now write it with yes.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
There's one name, there's one particular name we call another method for it. It is not another method. I've forgotten. Is it HF or forgotten the name?
There's a difference between literal operator and ternary operator. Literal operator is under
Not
year
later.
6. This is ternary operator. This is ternary operator.
No, it is not little bit like somebody told us another name one time like that. I forgot it, but it's not Ternary.
Okay.
Yeah, is it not H12? It's not H12.
No, this is not IOTA function. No. This is not IOTA function. On the IOTA function,
Mhm.
we are going to look
I
at that.
think I need to.
You said?
Okay. So okay, you still what I will still need to know, right? The
Yeah.
AI other
Yes,
functions.
HOF. We address it when we get to ES6. ES is like a big topic on its own. Then under it, we have many topics, like subtopics under it. So HOF,
Okay.
destruction, the one I mentioned at the beginning of the class, all of those things are under, or they will be treated
Yeah.
under ES6. What I'm just trying to do is, I want to ensure that once I do
Okay.
ES6, once we start ES6, I will just know that okay, we only have ES6 and what's it called? Making API calls. I think what I just want to ensure is at the end of today's class, we only have
Okay.
ES6 and API calls left, just making API calls. So now let's look at this
Okay.
switch case.
So under which topic?
Okay.
I want to ask that under which topic is arrow function?
Under ES6 also. It's under
That's
ES6.
your 6.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. Now I want to look at switch case. Let's first write it with if statements. Then we now see how to do the same thing using switch case. So let's assume we have this if a equals, let's say a is 5. We can now have if a equals to 1. Let's say console log first. Else if a equals to 2, console log second. Else if a equals to 3, console log third. So let's say we have this, and then let's say we have final else like this, console log Let's say last, like this. Now, with this, what is it going to console?
Should be last.
Okay, yeah, good. Last. Let's now write
Last.
this same thing, making use of switch case. So I'll comment out all of this. Then let's start with this. Let A equals to 5, just like before. But instead of if else now, I will start with switch. Switch. I will extend this now. Switch A 1 console log first. For now, I will move this break so that you understand what this break does better. 2. Then I can say console log second case 3 console log third defaults console log last. So the way switch case works is this. When you put a value here, switch case will compare this value with each of these cases. Do you understand? If whatever value you put here, it will compare it with whatever you have here, if they are the same.
Okay.
So if they are the same, then it will run the code there.
Okay.
So in this case, it will say A is equals to 1. If A is equal to 1, it will console log first. Now, if A is not 1, if A is equals to 2, it will console log second. If A is equals to 3, it will console log third. Now, if it doesn't meet any of them, it will console log last. Mr. Gwadebo, please, there is this noise coming from your background.
Huh?
There is noise coming from your background that's disturbing the class. Okay, so it's
my mic is off already.
Yes, I just put it off now. Okay. So now, do you understand how this works? If it will compare the value with all of this. Now, but there is something that makes switch case to be different from if statements. The thing is that if A is equals to 1, you expect it to only console log first, right? Have you now?
Yes.
But this will console log first, second, third, and last. It's funny, but that's how it is. It's a console log first, second, third, and last. If A is equals to 2, it will console log second, third, and last. If A equals to 3, it will console log third and last. If A does not meet any of these conditions, it will console log last alone. Do you get it? Whenever it meets...
Why is it considered like that?
The way case works is that whenever it meets any condition, it will console log that one and everything under it. So if it meets this condition, it will do this and this. And this.
Okay. But if the case is, if it's 3 is not the same thing with 5. So why will it console log all the ones?
Let's say this is 2 now. Let's say 2. Now, it's not going to console log this because it doesn't meet this case. But it meets this condition, right?
Okay.
So it will console log this, this, and this.
Okay.
Let's assume this is 3. It will console log this and this. Let's say this is 5. It will only do this. Do you get it?
Okay.
Mr. Gwadebo, are you getting it, sir?
Yes, I'm listening.
Okay, let me put one here. Let's check this is what so that you get what I'm saying. You can see first, second, third, and last. I'll make this 2 now. Oh. I'll make this 2. And you will see second, third, and last. You can second, third, and last. Then I'll make this 3, and you will see third and last. Then I'll make this any other value. Let's say 5, the way we have it the other time, and it only consists of last. Now, but then most times you usually want switch case to work like your if else. That is, you only want it to do just one of them, not all of them.
Yeah.
So for that reason, you add break to this.
Okay.
So with this break, whenever it meets that condition, once you see this break, it will terminate this switch case.
Okay. So it's just like loop.
Yes, has something similar to loop. So once it meets, if this is 1, once it performs this and it sees this break, it will stop that. It's not going to do others. Then if this were to be 2, once it meets this and it sees this break, it will terminate. So let's check it out. Any question on switch case?
So that means that even inside each of those cases, if you write anything out beyond that break, inside case 1, you now write after the break, now alert Ade. That alert Ade, will it act on it?
No. It's not going to. This break.
Because the break will stop every other thing.
Yes. Okay. Let's look at another one. Let's assume you want to, I think this is one of those ways we usually use switch case. Let's say you have an input, you can say, let's say ID, weekday, then you can now say button, and click my phone, show weekday. Okay. So we can create a function my phone like this. So get this value. So let's say day equals to weekday dot value. So I can now say switch case. I can just copy this or delete this. I'll say so I can now say switch day. So whatever is there, I can now compare. If it's Monday, then do this. If it's Tuesday, are we following? Do this.
Yes.
So the way it works is that it's going to get whatever is inside this space. Then it will now check it with these ones. Yeah. Do you understand?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so that is the way it works. Then you can also manipulate, you can also do something with this, with switch case. Let me come on. Okay. You can also do something like this. You can put 2 here. You can now say, let's say we have a variable a equals to, let's say 5. I can now say if a is greater than, let's say 6. Now, is a greater than 6?
No.
So that's false. It's not the same as this 2. So that means it's not going to do this. It's not going to. Do you understand?
Okay.
If a is less than, let's say 12.
Less than.
So a is less than 12. 5 is less than 12. That is 2. It's the same with this 2. So that means it will do this and it will stop. Do we get it? I'm just trying to show us different ways whereby you can make use of switch case.
I'm lost.
You are lost where? Hello, sir.
What did you say?
I said,
Yes, sir, I'm with you.
okay, A is 5, right?
Yes.
Now, this is 2. And the way I explained that in switch case, is to take the value here and compare it with this value. If they are the same, it will run the codes here. Then next, it will take the value and compare it with this. If they are the same, it will run the codes here. That's what it's going to do for everything. So for this case, you put 2 here. Then we have case A greater than 6. A is 5, right?
Yes.
Is 5 greater than 6?
Yes.
That's false.
That's false. But this false is not the same
No,
as this 2.
false.
It's not the same as this 2, right?
Yes.
So that means it's not going to run the code here.
Yes.
It's not going to.
Yes.
Then it will come here. Is A less than 12?
Yes.
5 is less than 12,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And because it's less than 12, that is 2. It's the same with this
Yeah.
2. So it's going to run the codes here. So this is switch case is working
Okay.
like if else if. Any question on that part?
Hey, let me hear what.
It's okay.
Alright, so I think that's what we'll be doing tonight. So in our next class, we will continue with, we are going to start ES6.
Okay.
ES6.
Okay.
So let me discuss what it's about so that we prepare our minds to what. It has different topics under it. It has different topics. Now, ES6 is a shorter way of writing codes. It's a shorter way.
Oh, I see.
So it's a way of doing what you already know how to do. In fact, everything we've been doing thus far,
Okay.
they are ES5. ES5.
Yeah.
So we want to switch to
Okay.
ES6. We want to
Oh, I
learn
see.
another syntax to do what you already know how to do. And also, there are also some improvements in ES6. Like, so should I say there were some little bugs or some little issues with some things in ES5 that were corrected in ES6. So you're not going to be learning syntax alone, but you're going to be learning those things also, those little things that were added. And now we talk about some of those bugs. Or should I call I can call it bugs. Like some of those little issues in ES5 that were corrected in ES6. So it has different topics under it. I love to liken ES6 to if statements. ES5 to if statements. And I liken ES6 to ternary operator. I like to liken ES5 to if statements. And I liken ES6 to ternary operator. What do I mean? For someone that just started learning programming, I won't advise that you start with ternary operator. While it is shorter, it is not usually easy to understand at first if you don't first understand if statements. The reason you will appreciate ternary operator is because you already know if statements. So you now see, this is a shorter way of doing it. But if I had introduced ternary operator to you right from the beginning, you may find it confusing.
Yeah.
That's the same way ES5 and ES6 look alike to me. This is just my personal opinion. To me, ES6 is a shorter way of writing ES5 codes. But then, while it is shorter, and why you may question me for first introducing ES5 to you, may ask that, if this thing can be done in a very short way, if it can be done in this very short way, then why did I stress you by taking you to ES5 before introducing this ES6 to you? But really, the reason you will appreciate this ES6 is because you've done ES5. That's the reason you will appreciate. That's one. Then ES6, I've tried at a point, I've tried to introduce ES6 to a set like that, and I had issues with them. While it is shorter, starting with it, because a lot of, when codes are long and easily or should I say, easily comprehensive. When codes are long and easily comprehensive, they are better than short codes that you find difficult understanding them. Where is the noise coming from? Please mute your mic, please. Where is the noise coming from? Okay, please let's mute our mic, please. I'm just trying to give us to prepare our mind to what ES6 is about. So we're going to be looking at a lot of things,
Okay.
but I'm trying to tell you the reason I didn't introduce it to you at first, even though it is shorter, but then it is better you first learn ES5, then it makes it easier to understand ES6. Any question?
This a pie call that I'm seeing there. Is that the call, that phone assignment that when they ring, it will be ringing? Is that the functional?
No, man, no. API call is when you are able to make a request
Because
to, okay, when you're able to make a request to a server, something like that. For instance, you have front end, right?
yes,
Then you have a back end, and your front end will be receiving information from the back end. So how does your front
yes.
end receive information from the back end? That is what we are going to be testing there.
Oh, okay. So that means that there will still be lecture on that one too.
Yes, ma'am. We still need to look at some things under that one too.
Okay. I was thinking that assignment is so big. So even start go. I was feeling overwhelmed.
It's not okay. The sake of doing assignments.
When you were playing that phone,
Uh,
I said, shut up. I will know all this.
it's not hard, really. The take of doing assignments is this. When you have in fact, I just spoke with one of my students this
I'm
evening.
surprised you said.
I spoke with one of our
Hey, my
students
network. Okay.
this evening on that one. I gave her an assignment and she was complaining to me, what to tell you, blah 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 blah. And I told her point blank that see, the thing or the way you do assignment is this. If you look at the assignment as a whole, you will feel overwhelmed. You feel intimidated. You don't look at an assignment as a whole.
Yeah.
All you do is you first pick a part. Okay, this is what I want to do, and you start with that, and you just doing it step by step, step by step, step by step. When you are done with that part,
Step by
then
step.
you now go to another part. I want to do this. This is the feature I want to look at now, and you start doing that part alone. Step before you know it, you will complete the whole assignment. You will complete it.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't look at it as
Animation is still there.
if you want to add animation,
Oh, it's animation. Okay.
please don't look at it as a whole. You'll be scared. You'll be scared.
Okay.
Look at it
Okay.
just feature by
Okay,
feature.
sir.
This is what I want
Thank
to do.
you.
You're welcome. Alright, so any other question?
For me, not for now. I just go and watch the video over and over.
Thanks for coming to class. Good night. Please do my assignment. I'm going to check them
Good night, sir.
on when is our next on Saturday.
Best class, right?
Yes, ma'am. I'm checking the assignment on Saturday. I want to see your progress. You see, I will not give you any assignment until we get to, or should I say, don't let me say we, most likely, I won't give you any assignment until we get to this API course. We still have one other assignment to do when we get to this place. So I still have an assignment. So I want us to complete it before we get to this. Oh, sorry. So I want us to complete the assignment before we get to this API course because I have another assignment for us there.
Okay.
All right. Good. Good night. Thank you. Mr. Guadebo, thanks for coming.
Thank you. Good night.
Nozeka, thanks for coming.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good night, Mr. Gbadebo.
Good night, ma.